On the stars, the public will come, and Denman is certainly one of the biggest stars of jump racing. And here's his prep run here for the Tote Sport Gold Cup. He jumps away in the hands of Tony McCoy. Will it be a match made in heaven? We're about to find out as they go towards the first. Wee Robbie over on the left, the blue and yellow jacket, Tricky Trickster and Ruby Walsh in the pink colours. Niche Market, Denman on the right over the first safely, Air Force One, and Ollie Magern held up in the early stages. He's been a trailblazer for most of his career, Ollie Magern. He was also held up last time out, so changing the tactics a little bit with him at the moment as they jump the next. And there Niche Market and Tricky Trickster almost joined now by Denman on the near side as they run towards the turn out of the back straight. Denman bidding to continue his real love affair with this course at Newbury. As Alice was saying, he's 5 from 5, 2 Hennessy's, 2007, 2009. Marvellous performance here a couple of months or so ago under 11 stone 12 top weight. Winner of the 2008 Gold Cup, and possibly on his way back to Cheltenham if he comes through this test. Over the cross fence, Niche Market and Denman together. And Ollie Magern taking a stiff hold on the inside of Tricky Trickster, and then Wee Robbie and Air Force One as they now swing into the home straight. Line of 4 fences to be followed by the water jump right in front of the stands. Denman on the far side under the 14 times champion jockey today. Niche Market alongside as they rise at this. Slight mistake from Ollie Magern and from Air Force One there. Tricky Trickster in third now. Wee Robbie on the outside of the field as they race towards an open ditch. And these two leaders will be in the air together here. Both jump it impeccably from Tricky Trickster, Ollie Magern, Wee Robbie and Air Force One. On now towards the next. This is fence number 6 coming to. Denman jumped that really well on the right there of Niche Market. Niche Market rated getting on for £40 inferior to Denman on the handicappers ratings. He was getting £26 from Denman when well beaten into third in the Hennessy, and today he's meeting Denman on level terms. That's why Denman's such a short price today. He's got a very clear chance at the weights against these rivals. Approaching the water jump, Denman on the inside of Niche Market. Over safely, Tricky Trickster and Ollie Magern were next, and then Wee Robbie and Air Force One. So swinging away now towards the back straight, having negotiated 8 fences in this Aon Chase, a race that Denman won in 2008. And his trainer, Paul Nicholls, has a tremendous record in this race. Victories with the likes of Seymour Business, Shotgun Willie, Valley Henry, and Denman's big rival, Corto Star, friend and rival. Of course, they're next door neighbours at Ditchit as they jump the first down the back. Denman and Niche Market again stride for stride. On now to another open ditch. Denman about a half length ahead of Niche Market as they clear the ditch. Great jump again from Denman there, and all going well so far, John.
Yeah, he's jumped immaculately, hasn't he? And I shouldn't think, well, I can barely remember a horse that AP's ridden this season that's jumped as well, but he's one of those horses that it just starts you off, you know, where you just have to push him into the first couple of fences, but he's got into his stride, he jumped the cross fence really well, and fingers crossed things are going to plan.
Just had to shorten that last fence, but jumped it very cleanly, this time longer, and jumped equally well. Niche Market in second place. Tricky Trickster, got to keep an eye on him in third. He's possible for the National in the spring. Could be a live Grand National hope. Could also run in the Gold Cup as they landed over that. Wee Robbie in fourth, then Air Force One, Ollie Magern toiling a bit at the back of the field now as they approach the turn out of the back straight, and the favourite in front and has drawn 4 or 5 lengths clear of Niche Market at this point. Tricky Trickster is being pushed along by Ruby Walsh on the outside of Niche Market, then Wee Robbie still in touch despite his very long odds from Air Force One, and finally Ollie Magern. Heading for the cross fence. We've seen Denman put in some spectacular leaps at this fence in the past. In both his Hennessy's, he was brilliant at this fence. As he comes to it, again, excellent. 10 out of 10. Niche Market over in second place. The others flat to the boards now as they approach the turn into the home straight with 4 fences left to jump. And Denman with only Niche Market within hailing distance at the moment. Niche Market trying to get in another blow at the leader. Andrew Glastonbury trying to conjure up another run from Niche Market as Denman powers on down towards the 4th last. Only a couple of lengths to Niche Market on takeoff here. Denman got in a bit tight and hit it hard and nearly went. And Niche Market is handed the initiative, and he'll never get back from there, will he? He was slow to pick up his stride again, and Niche Market at the final open ditch jumps it, and Denman's almost gone again, and McCoy is unseated on landing. Oh, disaster. You can't believe it, the way he went round for the first 3/4 of the race. And Denman is out. He hasn't completed the course, and Niche Market is well clear of Tricky Trickster. And Tony McCoy is on the ground. He's standing up. He can only take a long view of Denman, who's loose, as they run down towards the final fence. Niche Market clear of Tricky Trickster as they race on the run in now. And Niche Market by 6 or 7 lengths. Tricky Trickster's running a very good race indeed in second as they race up towards the line. Niche Market, Tricky Trickster is trying to close under Robbie Walsh as they enter the final 50 yards. Niche Market reeled in by Tricky Trickster, who will maybe get there. Oh, it was tight. Tricky Trickster on the far side of Niche Market, clear of Air Force One, Ollie Magern and wee Robbie in a dramatic Aon Chase. An upset. Tricky Trickster, we think, has got there in the last strides. There is Denman. He looks all right. He looks unscathed. But by golly, there'll be some discussion and some conjecture after this. It looks as though Tricky Trickster has got there. We await the official verdict from Judge Di Clark. Niche Market on the near side. And whatever, Tricky Trickster has made a terrific effort here. And on this showing is a live Grand National contender. He's a 4-mile winner at the Cheltenham Festival. He looked as though he jumped pretty well all the way for Robbie Walsh. And come Aintree in April, he could be a very interesting contender. Here is the confirmation, and it is Tricky Trickster's race.
Here is the result of the photograph for
first place. Here's the confirmation
place.
Officially.
First, number 3, Tricky Trickster.
And it's confirmed. Tricky Trickster and Robbie Walsh has won the Aon Chase from Niche Market. But of course, the huge story here took place early in the home straight, with Denman blundering at the 4th last and then unseating Tony McCoy. Barely took off at the final open ditch.
Well done to Tricky Trickster. Robbie Walsh, this is the cross fence. Sees a good stride, just like Robbie Walsh did on him in the Hennessy. Turns for home, has a look between his legs. Tony McCoy just to confirm just how fast he was going, how far he was away from Niche Market, make sure that he's got them all on the stretch. And just obviously felt that this horse wasn't taking him forward at this point. They'd gone a decent enough gallop. Tricky Trickster under pressure, Andrew Glastonbury, and then just got him really closely. The horse has done well to keep himself off the ground, and AP's done well to sit with him. He just sat still, let him find his feet again. But coming down to this one, he's in 2 minds whether to stand off or get in close again. Hits the top of the fence, and that was the end of that. But then Niche Market, an out-and-out stare. You thought he's got to win from here. Really jumped well, this horse, former Irish Grand National winner. But Tricky Trickster, they paid £320,000 to buy him out of Nigel Twiston's Davis yard at the back end of last year. And the main thing in his armoury is the fact that he stays. And the further they went, the better he was going. And Niche Market, I'm not sure that he began to tire, but Tricky Trickster, Jim, just kept staying on relentlessly.
Well, Robbie just got there.
Just got there, yeah. Jumped really well and kept going really well. Bit shocked to